Welcome back to the channel, guys, and today we're going to discuss safety measures, our first lesson for the second semester in illustration. Ako nga pala si Teacher Say, a secondary school teacher 2 of Angeles City Senior High School, Schools Division of Angeles City. So, let's start. So for today, we're going to discuss safety measures in illustration. So let's start. So today we're going to cover workplace safety. Safety is a team effort, sorry for the typo, and beware of fire hazards. So first question, why is safety important? So you may post this video and you may write your answer in the comment section down below. And also, what are the hazards at an illustration workplace? You may post this video and write your answer in the comment section down below. So, before we continue with our lesson, let's talk about safety first. Okay, according to Institut National de Santé Publique de Quebec 2018, safety is a state in which hazards and conditions leading to physical, psychological, or material harm are controlled in order to preserve the health and well-being of individuals and the community. So if you notice here on the definition, we have terms like hazards, okay, those that could harm us, and conditions leading to what? Physical, psychological, and material harm. So these are things that might hurt us in those different aspects. So with the term safety, we're going to have a control over those things so that we could be healthy and we are not hurt during our everyday routines, which means even in our workplace, we still need to practice safety protocols. And what are the different workplace safety? First, awareness about the surroundings or stay alert. Okay, this is very important. Why? You need to look first on what is happening around you. Let's say your computer is not working properly and you notice there are open wires at the back. That is a hazard already for electrical hazards. Okay? Another, your workplace is made out of light materials which are combustible, but there are no sprinklers and at the same time no what do you call this one, fire extinguishers. So that's already a hazard for you when there's already fire. Okay, so take note on what is happening around you. At the same time, let's say there are natural calamities like earthquakes. You should understand the different signs of an earthquake. So let's say the animals are restless. Okay, what should you do? If there are already tremblings happening, what should you do if you're in a workplace? So on and so forth. Next, reduce workplace stress. This is very ironic because when you already start to work, workplace stress is very common. So how will you do this one? Simply, let's say in my case, I'm really stressed in my work. I put time on relaxing myself, like listening to music for a couple of minutes or watching some video clips to relieve the stress that is building up in me. Or if there is no time for that, use your break time, use your lunch breaks, use your off period to simply relieve your stress, not think about things that you need to do at work. Then, use tools appropriately. For example, if you have a flathead screwdriver and the screw is a Phillips type, do not use your flathead. Okay, it's not designed to do that. If you have a flathead screwdriver, don't use it as a chisel. It's not designed to be used like that. Okay. Another thing, read the user's manual whenever you're going to use a new tool or you're going to use an unfamiliar tool for you. Keep crisis exits which are easily accessible. These are your fire exits. Okay? So make sure that it is well lit. There's a sign already saying exit. Okay? So that everyone could see where they could be, where they could go in case of emergencies. Update your supervisor about unsafe conditions. Okay, let's say you're new to the company and you saw that's like dripping water on a computer table from the ceiling. It means there's a leak in the ceiling. Please make sure that your supervisor already knows that, or be informed about that, because water and electricity is not a good combination. You all know that. Or if it's always slippery on your workplace, inform your supervisor so that they could do something about it. Use mechanical assistance. So let's say you're going to pick up some things like boxes of supplies, and you know that they are heavy. Use trolleys, use push carts, or any tools or any mechanical devices that are available on your company, so that you can carry those things, those heavy things, to your location without even hurting your back. That's simple. Wear the right safety equipments. Um, for illustration, this is kinda ironic because we don't have any safety equipment, especially if you're a digital illustrator. Okay, but we're talking about workplace safety. Let's say you're working in a workshop. Okay, wood, metal. You need to wear safety goggles. Let's say you're working on a construction site. You need to wear helmets or safety helmets. Okay, so it depends. It's a case-to-case basis on what work you are doing. Sit in the proper posture. This is very important for us who are digital workers or working in a digital environment. Um, in a 8 hour shift, you are always sitting on your station. So sit properly. You make sure that your computer table and your chair is almost at the perfect um, height, so that your back would not be straining. Educate everyone. This is safety is a team effort. So first we should educate everyone. Why? Because uh, as a company, it's a team. We need to have a proper knowledge on what are the different hazards, different safety procedures that we have in our company, so that in case of an emergency, everyone knows how to react. Let's say there's a fire in this department. How should everyone react? Okay? Or let's say there's a bomb scare on your school. How should everyone react? Okay? Always keep the communication lines open. This is very important. Right now, we all have our cell phones. We all have our smartphones. Very ironic that we are using Facebook Messenger as our means of communication. Okay? The problem there is there's a lot of group chats. Okay? So you need to scroll on what group chat you're going to send if there's an emergency. It's convenient, yes, but there are a lot of things to look into. That's We still have our cell phone providers. So I encourage everyone to invest on loading your SIM cards in case of emergencies. Okay? Let's say there are no intercoms on your company. Intercoms are telephone like lines wherein you just press a button, then it will connect you to the line with the same number. Let's say you press 1, it will go to the phone with the designated number 1. Okay? If there's something like that in your company, it's very easy. If not, you need to use your cell phones. That's the problem there. Okay? Not everyone put loads or put money on their SIM cards or put loads in their SIM cards. Okay? It's very important. Let's say you're a delivery person, okay, or delivery man. You're out in the open. and there's no um, you don't have any communication straight to your supervisor, or you don't want to use your Facebook Messenger. Okay, let's say you don't have a Facebook Messenger. I mean, how can you communicate with your colleagues if you don't have any load on your cell phone? Okay. Um, right now I have a plan for my SIM card, so I have 24/7 load for my call and text. So anything happens, even though I have my free data every day, I still have the capability to communicate through my phone, okay, through my number. For me, it is very important to still use your own personal number instead of your Facebook, because when you are calling on a number, it's very urgent. Okay, but if you're calling on Facebook, sometimes people might think that you're just scrolling with them. So always invest on putting loads on your personal numbers. Immediately notify others. This is very important. Let's say you saw an accident on your workplace. Tell someone that is knowledgeable on how to treat that particular injury, for example. Okay? Don't just do it yourself. If you know something, then good. If not, inform others. Be alert to hazards that could affect anyone. Okay? Let's say a simple slippery floor, a simple wire, open wire on the workplace. Everyone should know about it so that they could be also safe. Report the hazardous condition immediately. Let's say there's an open wire, a live wire on the road. Inform your electric company regarding this one. Okay? Or if you are at work, there's if you notice that your outlet just sparked when you plugged your unit, inform your supervisor about this one so that they could do appropriate measures for this. Be cautious. Even though you know how to do first aid, you still need to be cautious on how to apply it on someone. That's one case. I could remember one of our seminars like that, like a scenario like this. Car accident. There's a leaking oil, gasoline, and there's a live wire. Will you approach the victim even though you are knowledgeable of first aid, the CPR? Okay. The answer there is always be cautious. Look at the scenario first. We have that earlier. Okay, look at your surroundings before taking action. If you're an employer, always think of the safety of your employees. So beware of fire hazards. These are mainly some of the things that are within our work. Okay, so come up with a fire exit plan or fire emergency plan. So what will you do if there is a fire in your office? Or what will you do if there's fire in your house? What should you do? Who will you call? Okay, what numbers are you going to dial? There should be signages. There should be route to take whenever there is a fire emergency. Practice fire drills. At school, we usually do this one quarterly, earthquake and fire drills. Okay, it's very important to have this so that everyone could remember what they should do in case of this kinds of emergency. Avoid power strips. Power strips are basically your wires. Okay, so please be careful with those. Ventilation is critical. Very important because majority of deaths in fire are not burned victims. They suffocate first because of carbon monoxide. Okay, so it is very important to have proper ventilation. How will you do this one? Very ironic because fire needs oxygen. Okay, let's say windows. As much as possible, you open your windows. Okay, so that air could circulate and the smoke could come out of that enclosed location. So, how can you make yourself safe at work? You may post this video and write your answer in the comment section down below. Is safety really important in the line of illustration, and why? Again, you may post your answer in the comment section down below. Remember, be inspired. Imagination is more important than knowledge, according to Albert Einstein. For our next topic, archival principles and values. I hope you've learned something in our lesson today, and we'll see you again next time.